The night Maat moved the stars. A Tale of Ancient Egypt by Alex Wynne Ashwood. Thebes lay silent beneath a sky of violet fading to rose. From the roof of Karnak, where the air still carried the cool breath of night, the astronomer Khamwazet knelt beside a bronze bowl filled with water. The stars trembled upon its surface, like words written in light. He whispered a prayer to Maat, goddess of balance and truth. "Let me read what the gods have written," he said, and waited for the sky to answer. Night after night he watched the heavens turn. His apprentices marked time with sand clocks, their eyes red with sleeplessness. Every rising of Sopdet, the star of Sirius, told him the Nile would soon awaken, flooding the land into life. But one night, a faint new point of light shimmered near the horizon, moving, alive. He leaned closer over the water bowl. The reflection pulsed once and vanished. "The map of the heavens is changing," he murmured. By morning the temple was filled with the murmur of priests and scribes. Some said the new star was a blessing, others an omen. When Khamwazet spoke, his words were careful, reverent. "The heavens have shifted. Our calendar stands one sacred day behind Maat's balance." The high priest of Amun frowned. "The stars are eternal. To question them is to question truth itself." Yet, in the silence that followed, the young astronomer felt the weight of doubt settle like sand on stone. That night, he descended the narrow stair to the sealed library beneath the temple. Dust filled his lungs as he lifted a torch. Scrolls slept untouched for generations, records of the earliest sky watchers, written in ochre and soot. One brittle papyrus bore a red warning: "When the balance shifts, truth shall descend like a hawk." He read it aloud, and for a heartbeat, the torchlight flickered as if a shadow had passed between him and the flame. On the next night, the temple was empty, echoing with wind. Between the towering columns, he saw her. A woman draped in white linen, a feather crowning her brow, her eyes deep as eternity. "Who are you?" he whispered. "I am Maat, whom you call upon but do not yet know." Her voice was soft but unyielding. "You measure the sky and call it knowledge, but truth is not measured. It is aligned." When she vanished, only a single white feather lay where she had stood. Khamwazet climbed once more to the roof. The wind was cool, the Nile a dark mirror below. He set the feather upon the surface of the bronze bowl. The reflection of the stars rippled, and then aligned themselves into the shape of a pair of scales, perfect and luminous. He fell to his knees. The heavens were not fixed. They breathed, shifting with the order of the world. He felt both terror and wonder. "The gods," he whispered, "are teaching us to remember." His friend Panesi, the temple scribe, found him the next morning, pale and trembling. "You must speak of this to no one," the scribe urged. "They will call it blasphemy." "But if the heavens change, should not we change too?" "Some truths," Panesi said softly, "burn brighter than mortals can bear." Yet the astronomer had already made his choice. Summoned before Pharaoh Seti I, Khamwazet stood beneath a ceiling painted with gold stars. His words trembled like flame. He spoke of Maat's feather, of the shifting scales of light. When he finished, silence held the court. At last the pharaoh rose. "If Maat has spoken through the heavens," he said, "it is not rebellion, but revelation." He turned to his priests. "Let the calendars be realigned. Let truth return to balance." And in that moment, Sopdet felt lighter than air. Weeks later, all Thebes gathered upon the temple roof. The night sky unfurled above them, and there it was, a new constellation, the scales of Ma'at gleaming above the horizon. Chants rose in waves, incense coiled upward. The priest bowed. Sopdet stood apart, the feather in his hand, tears tracing the dust on his cheeks. The stars had moved, and so had he. At dawn, the astronomer walked alone to the river. The first light spread over the water in hues of rose and blue. He bent and let the feather drift from his fingers. The current caught it gently, carrying it downstream. He watched it until it vanished, whispering, "The gods wrote their truth above us, so we would remember it below." The Nile shimmered, and for a heartbeat, the whole world seemed perfectly aligned. Ankh.